Okay, hello, Marine.
Yo, you see.
So, how are you doing after the crazy week of European Collaboration Summit?
Well, I
SPS London.
finally got my voice back a little bit.
Yeah, you had some difficulties to talk in London.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was difficult. I was like, hello everybody. I will make you an offer you cannot refuse.
Exactly.
So yeah, that went a little bit south, but okay. We had fun. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what conferences are for, right?
exactly. About community, and this is the topic of our episode right now. Community. Exactly.
Yeah, you had to be at TCS to understand that joke, but
Yeah, but probably a lot who will look at this video will get it, hopefully. But let's see. Let's see. So, like every time,
as
now we are
always,
the two of us. So we are sorry for all the swearing words, and
sorry, not sorry.
No, we are not sorry. At the comments below the belt line. It's our style. If you don't like it, quit it.
Yeah, watch My Little Pony or something.
Exactly, or Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Yeah. Sailor Moon, or something like this. Okay, but hey, let's talk a little about community. So in this episode, we have some clips of our friends talking about their take on community. But yeah.
Yes, name dropping galore. Yes.
Name dropping the lore. So why is community so important? Any comments, Marijn?
Oh, well, beer, of course, but no.
Exactly. Other question: why do you do that? I mean, you are almost everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Marijn came everywhere.
Marijn came everywhere, man. You should look at my MasterCard bill. As like beers in this side of Europe, and I'm flying to that side, and have breakfast there, and I'm flying that way. Oh, it's crazy.
But why is that?
Yeah, why do I do that? To be really honest, there's an application called Untapped where you can add beers that you've drank, and if you fly all over the world, you can drink everywhere, and then I can win the game. No, sorry. No, I really do that because of I love meeting new people. I love hearing about their business issues, about the things that they want to accomplish, and give them my take on it, on how they could maybe solve that. And sometimes when you're giving a session and somebody's asking a question and you give them an answer, you could just see their whole face light up like, oh, wow, yes, you just saved me 2 hours per week for the rest of my life. That is brilliant. And those are the moments that I do it for.
Yeah. So it's about helping people and learning through sharing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if they come up with a problem and I can't really fix it, or somebody else fixes it, and if a few weeks or months afterwards I get asked the same question, I then have a proper response to it.
Yeah.
So it's about learning. If a customer comes to me and they say, oh, we've got this issue, then I can say, oh yeah, I know somebody who had the same issue, and let me maybe reach out to them to see how they solve it.
For me, it's pretty much similar, and also the very positive side effect is the networking. You know, you connect with all these amazing people from all over the world. One being a hero in flow, the other being a hero in content types, the other one being a hero in,
Yeah, and another one who's rich enough to buy all the beers for you.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you have this amazing network in your Facebook or Twitter or wherever, and it happened to me many times that I had some certain problem and I knew exactly which guy I should talk to, and I did that. Yes. And after 2 minutes you have an answer, and obviously the other way around.
Yes.
It happened also that people ping me, hey, can you help me out with this? And they said, yeah, sure, of course. And this is a tremendous amount of value.
I never get that. Nobody ever calls me like, hey, we know you're an expert in whatever. Can you help me? Nobody ever does that. That's really weird.
It will come by time. But winging it till you make it.
Yes.
Right. Aren't we all? I mean, yeah, this is why we do it. I mean, and how can you cultivate community? I mean, implementing this type of learning and sharing culture within an organization is obviously something you should really thrive after.
Yes.
But how would you do that? So
yes, especially with everything changing all the time.
Exactly.
You have to get people used to the whole change management.
Yeah. So how would you cultivate that? You know, you need to find the people with the right mindset, and then it's kind of something like an avalanche effect, that you first find, you know, the early adopters, and then you kind of make them excited about the new tech, and then they start to figure out things and tell their colleagues, and then, you know, it's kind of this snowball / avalanche effect,
yes,
which happens. But you need to always, from the top, you know, feed them with new content, and always steer them a little bit into the right direction. Creating and establishing a community, it takes a lot of time. And if you look at the main community event in Europe, the European Collaboration Summit, it started quite small, you know, in a let's say rather smaller community like you know, Zagreb or you know, Croatia, and it really like evolved now to a conference with 2,100 attendees, and for next year they are thriving even to 2,500. And you know,
that's crazy, right?
Crazy. It takes time, and it's the community event, so that everyone understands the value of that.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, what I think is really important, if you want people to change, and I don't think change is a good word, I think progress is much better. I think we should not call it change management, because change has a negative connotation to it. I think we should call it progress management, because we're changing into something better.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's not always the case.
After all the bugs have been removed, then we will do that. But I think what is really important is that you have to make clear what the benefit is for those people. People don't like change, but if you show them what will be better, or what a better state they will in after they made the change, then they would be more prone to changing.
Yeah, of course. Show them the why. People don't buy what you do.
Start with why, absolutely.
Why you do it, exactly.
Yes.
Golden Circle of Simon Sinek. Thanks for that, bro. Awesome stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so ever since that other movie, I'm always having different thoughts with golden circles, but the Kingsman.
Okay.
Golden Circle.
Thinking about some other movies.
No, not that kind of movie, but it was. It kind of was.
Circles.
It kind of was. Yeah.
Okay. Oh God. No, here we go again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where were we?
Golden circles. Start with why.
Golden circle. Start with why.
Have to make sure that people know why or that there's a better state that they can change into.
Exactly. And the community helps to drive that change or that progress.
Yes.
And without it, it's going to be really, really hard.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the power of it, you know? A lot of people coming together, doing awesome stuff, like those guys here on the train.
Yes, that's crazy. That's like daily business over there. I mean, how are there not 1,000 casualties every day?
Probably there are, but you know, still there are also a lot of people, you know, helping. You know, they hold each other. You know, and this is really dangerous.
Yes. Unless that train is going for 2 kilometers an hour, I think that is super dangerous.
Yes, it's very. So power of community, you know, it's kind of, you know, the collective intelligence, you know, better together, achieving more work together. It needs a village to make a change.
Yes.
So that's everything what basically is all about. Connecting people and connecting ideas, connecting thoughts, connecting solutions. So for us, for instance, at Experts Insight, community is one of the main marketing driver of our company.
Mm-hmm.
So people know us from word of mouth, from our activities we do in the community, and so on. So how is it for you, Marijn, as a consultant, like independent consultant?
Well, I don't really get customers that say, "Oh, we saw you at this conference, so we want to team up and we want to do stuff with you." For me, those things are really very separate. So for me, I've got my customers on the one hand, and I always invite them to all these conferences. So for example, in a few weeks, there's a big conference, SharePoint Saturday in the Netherlands. So for all my customers in Belgium and the Netherlands, I wrote them an email saying, look, there's this free event. It is on a Saturday. It's a free event. Come join. You'll learn something. I'm speaking there. I'll be there as well. So that's, for me, my whole speaking at conferences and my customers, that's two separate things. Because I don't have customers in Germany, I don't have customers in London, I don't have customers in Warsaw, in wherever.
However, having said that, it gives you street cred, and believe me, customers know more about you than you think.
Oh,
exactly. So let's just ask our friends what they think about community, right?
Oh no, not those wankers. Oh, come on. Okay, play the video, man.
Okay, thanks, Marijn. Talk to you soon again.
Cheers.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your take on community.
Okay. First of all, there's a hashtag that's called Community Rocks, which literally means that community rocks. When you see all that, it's actually, this is work, community work, and we're just coming here to share our knowledge, to give everybody inside information about Microsoft, tools and services and all that stuff. So this is all community, and this is how it works. We just share the knowledge. We have passionate for everybody to share the knowledge as well. So it's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there's also another hashtag, and that's the one, where's the mat? And I think we have to blame the end user for that one.
Oh yeah.
I don't use the community because I'm shiny. I shy.
Now, why do you code on Twitch?
Yes, for my imposter syndrome is the first reason why I code on Twitch, because I suffer for the imposter syndrome like every developer. So if I share my screen with other developers, I fight with my imposter syndrome. It's a good idea.
And the Twitch community is helping you to cope with that?
Yes, because the Twitch community is like a real community. It's not an online community, because it's made by real people and not only online users. Yes, it's a real community.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So what's your take on community?
Community, especially in this content of Microsoft people, is just a big driver. We have these community events, we have the SharePoint Saturdays, we have other community events where you can meet so many interesting people and can learn so much. The community is a big plus in our technology world. Definitely.
Thank you, Nicky. Awesome. So what's your take on the SharePoint community?
Oh, it's great. I mean, for example, with Follow Internet, we couldn't really have the 40 different countries where we deliver Valo and work with a lot of customers from Australia, from Europe, from North America, if we would all do it just from Finland. So it's only through this great SharePoint community that companies like ours can actually work. So yeah, it's really nice.
Great, thank you. What do you think about the SharePoint community?
It's a great community. There's lots of people very active, always sharing good content and how their experiences and how things work really well. The good points, the bad points, and basically they're a great bunch of people. Very open, very friendly. And if you're not part of the community, you should join the community.
Thank you.
One thing that sets SharePoint, and by that I mean SharePoint Online, SharePoint Server, Teams, everything in Office 365. Apart from just about every other ecosystem I've seen in my entire career, is the community. People actually know each other, assist each other, talk to each other. Some of them make lifelong friendships with each other. But I've not seen SQL Server develop a community like this. I haven't seen SAP do this. Certainly haven't seen Google or Salesforce do this. There's something magical about the wonderful world of SharePoint and Office 365 that almost draws a community to it. The people that are part of it are pretty great people too.
Thank you.
So, what do you think about the community? For us, community is like a family, a big family, and sometimes we have new members in this family, like new babies, and the community gives us energy to learn new things and to share what we learn. That's basically what we like in community.
Yes, what I like the most in community is that it allows me to keep the passion in my work, actually. So that's the big benefits of it.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so what do you think about community? What's the value for you? Any benefits for you?
Of course, I learned SharePoint, I've learned Office 365 through the community, meeting people, reading people's content that people so generously provide for us when we are in need with our clients, and to learn. Traveling to these events and meeting so many cool people has just been like a big part of my life. It's awesome, and it's my first time in Europe, and everyone has been so nice and welcoming. So it's just great. It's a great place to be.
Okay, thank you.
Should be one shot, or can I just
talk?
Okay.
Just talk.
Why community? That's a good question. For me, community is being part of an extended family of a tech community. What tech is he doing?
I got something from the real UC.
Hey, get out of my shot.
So okay, we restart. Okay.
I will cut. It's okay.
Serious. Okay. So the question, why community, is you're actually part of the extended family of a technical community. No. They just. Oh, you guys are just fucked up with my concentration.
Fuck off.
Okay, so. Okay.
There will be bloopers.
With those guys, you definitely have to have bloopers.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So being part of the community is actually an advantage because you're a member of an extended family, which gives you a lot of insights, best practices on how the technology evolves today. Being part of that family, being part of that best tech, best community in tech, is actually you're aware, you get a lot of information from your peers, from Microsoft guys, from MVPs, from partners, from attendees. You get real world feedback, you can absorb that, and with the feedback you get, you can go to the Microsoft guys, go with the other peers and share the knowledge and get a lot of them. So actually you're in the central point from every single place, every people you get from them, you share with them, and that's why I am with the community, because I'm one of those single points that I'm getting information from customers, from partners, from vendors, and that feedback I can share them with attendees, share them with other community members, which makes that part really exciting, and that's the reason why I'm here. Getting the knowledge, sharing the knowledge, getting the feedback, sharing the feedback, being that single point for everybody. That's why I'm here actually.
Thank you, Gökhan.